Welcome back to math class. Today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be determining the equations based on a graph like we have over here. So from last class we know that the standard equation is y is equal to mx plus b. Okay, where m is equal to the slope and b is equal to the y-intercept. So if I'm given a graph, any kind of graph, we want to get this equation. To do that, the very first thing that you're going to look at is the y-intercept. Determine the b, okay? And the b can be found as that point where the equation hits the y-axis. Let's say it's 2. So I have identified b is equal to 2. Then what you need to do is you need to determine the slope. And we know that the slope, okay, m is equal to rise divided by run. So you want to find a point on the axis, and there's a grid lines, okay? You can see from the example on to the right here, you want to find a point where the grid lines hit exactly on the graph, okay? And then you're going to be counting the number of units, the number of grid lines that it goes up. Let's say it goes up 1, 2. So m is equal to rise 2, and then how many units did we go over? We went 1, 2. 2 and 2, we get a slope of 1. So the final equation would be then y is equal to x, because there's just 1, okay, plus 2. And then we would just put a box and we'd label it. Let's do one of your homework problems. So on here, the y intercept is -4 right there. So it's -4. -4. Now the slope, you want to find on that line where it hits. And you can see when it's -3, it's -2. Okay? So we can't really, here we go. We can see that -3, -2, it hits there, and it hits at -4. And so how many units do we go down? We go down 1, 2. We go -2, and then we run 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So the slope is going to be rise. Well, I'm going down a -2, and then I'm running to the right positive. So to the right is positive, to the left is -3. So this equation will be y is equal to -2/3 x minus 4. Put a box and then you just label it. Done. There we go. So that's how to do it. You can know if your equations are right because the different slopes you can have. If the slope line is going up, m must be positive. If the slope is horizontal, m will be 0. That means no slope. And if your line is going down, m must be a negative number. Okay, so you can verify your equations by looking at the slope. If the line is going down, like this example here, it must be a negative. So thanks for listening. You guys can work on 1.1b schoolwork.